Hello everyone and welcome back to Kenshi. We did some drug smuggling and then I did some more off camera because I thought it's probably not that interesting to watch that. So I did 3 more runs and now we have 380,000 cats to use for armor and weapons on day 17. I got also one thief's backpack. I had to ditch my weapons and weapon and also helmet on a slam because I was getting killed by blood spiders. So that's why they disappeared, but nothing really notable happened. I was just running around. We got some pretty good stats here. 17 melee attack, 13, 21, 23, 67 and 65 athletics and basically 20 strength and around 30, actually around 39, 40 toughness. Almost 40. So I'm feeling pretty confident here. We are also extremely fast, 24 miles per hour. So first I'm going to drop in the border zone. Was it the border zone? Yes, the border zone. Make sure I don't walk into any big things if I can help it. I'm going to buy my accession into the Shinobi Thieves and I've walked into these things. I thought that would happen, to be honest. But we are pretty fast, so it's fine. I just need to find someone else to take this burden off of me. Screw off, you down creatures. The pain of traversing this area. These things are so annoying to deal with. But yeah, in this episode we are going to be the guys who inherit the $1 million from their father and honestly get their degree and honestly buy their fanciest clothing and the fanciest car and the fanciest Rolex. We're gonna be that kid because we definitely are otherwise stat-wise not worthy of that. Alright, have fun with this. I guess I'll run a little in the swamp to make it a bit easier to get by. I can already see something over there. Is that the hub or not? I'm not sure. Oh, look at that. I found something again. It is interesting how people say that Shem is not dangerous. I don't know what they are smoking because this is not exactly the safest zone in the game. It's one of the worst ones. Oh my god. They just spawned in and they immediately started running for me. I was just about to be out of here as well. That's the border of the swamp right there. Okay, there's a fight going on there. That's a good sign. For getting these things off my back. So I'm just finding more of them here, I guess. But what can we do? I mean, just need to run out here. Oh my god. There's more. There's only one left after me, so... Alright, we are now free of them at last. I cannot wait for the moment where we can just fight back and kill them instead of running away painfully and slowly. Where the hell did you go? Okay, I just didn't see his health bar. My bad, he was right there. Also, I noticed that their hair grew back just with time. So even though they got saved for being sold into slavery, it turned out fine in a few days. I didn't even need to find a plastic surgeon. Another swamper town. Wonder if they've got drugs or not. Am I kidding? Of course they've got it. What else have they got in here? Like, I would also be using drugs if I lived in this place. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't claim that absolutely. I mean, I live in Finland and I don't. And not only did we come back here 383,000 cats richer, we also came here with way more training from just running around and getting attacked while we were carrying some drugs. However, I did not find any sandals, so we are still barefoot. And then let's go join the Shinobi Thieves over here. Let's talk to the thief boss. Sum me up. Alright. We are now a member of the Shinobi Thieves. And let's see if you've got something for me to trade. Yes, you do. What is it? What is the something that I'm talking about? It's of course this thing. I could consider the rest. I don't think it's worth it because we just needed to buy in and mostly for the Thieves backpack. That's what I really wanted there. What we are going to do next is do some armoring. And you will see the greatest armor store in Kenshi. Alright, we found a blister hill. If we go past that, we are going to go actually back to the same river, is it? Yeah, it is. It is the same river where we were going to the swamp too. Yeah, it's the same one. Goes all the way out here. Goes from one swamp to the other. So let's do some swimming to about this point. It's gonna be real exciting here. Hello, sir. He's got some trolls too. So he's going to save our lives with armoring. Well, at least maybe. And this is exactly why I stocked up on the money. Cause these things are not cheap. I might have overstocked a little bit, I'll admit, but... Okay, let's pause this and... Number one, we really want to have these dark letter shirts. It would be amazing. A rusty chain shirt is technically masterwork, but you see, a specialist blackened chain shirt is already way better. Alright, that is masterwork samurai armor. Why do you have weapons, bro? That's not what you are supposed to do. Alright, looks like we have a bit of a bust here. This is a masterwork samurai armor, but if I look at the stats, it reduces my attack damage, which is a pain. And it reduces my combat speed, which is also a pain. Masterwork Assassin's Rags. And now this is basically non-existent. I would like to use the tin can, but it does not have any aura, so I'm not going to use it. This dark leather sword is probably the best one he's got. Can't really ask for better than this. I mean, I could find masterwork if I try hard enough, but... This doesn't have any negatives, and 19% blunt resistance and 30% cut resistance is very significant. Blackened chain shirt does give you higher protection. Let's just buy both and compare. I can put them back, you know. So the dark leather shirt actually gives you better blunt resistance. Obviously less cut and less harpoon resistance. More coverage on the arms. And no negatives to stealth, crossbows, dodge, combat speed or dexterity. But you know what? I'm gonna do a pro gamer move and just reload this until we get our masterwork or at least specialist grade sets that I'm looking for. Cause this is kind of a bust. I don't want to use heavy armor like that. So I'm gonna save right here. Slam. I'll import the game over and over until we get what we want. Alright, here we are. Hopefully you've got what I am looking for this time. White plate jackets, white plate jacket too. White plate jacket has interesting glasses, that mounts. Alright, this is what I want. So, samurai leg plates, there's nothing better than this. So it does reduce my stealth to nothingness, but I can always change it out. It does reduce my athletics, but that is kind of whatever, and it gives me 0.98 times combat speed. And that's whatever, but the most important thing is that it also protects my stomach at 50%. Okay, so that is one very big win. That is masterwork. It gives you 90% cut resistance to your head. At the cost of -4 melee attack and -20 perception. And very notably, I mean, I don't care about dodge. I'm not trying to be a martial artist here. And it doesn't give me a stealth negative, so I don't need to have a backup for something else. There is nothing better than that. It is unbreakable. I mean, honestly, something like this blackened chainmail tackle must. This is effectively going to be as effective as this, but just on the off chance, you know, for example, this is only 90% coverage, this is 100%, and honestly the -4 melee attack is not that important. So yeah. Alright, mercenary leather armor, this is not something I'm going for. If this dust coat was masterwork, I would buy it. Or it's not busts. If I wasn't trying to like make the most ridiculous duo ever, I would accept that. But I'm going to take this, got slam with a duo piece of masterwork samurai stuff. So let's do it again. It does reduce my combat speed and stealth. I really don't want to have backups, that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's just a pain to change every time. Yeah, nothing here. So again. He spawned in a different angle this time, interesting. This time no masterwork mercenary leather armor. Samurai boots that are masterwork. Wow, actually look at the quality. It gives you a ×1 combat speed effect, so it doesn't reduce your combat speed as masterwork. That is interesting. That actually makes them worthwhile. However, they slow you down and I'm going to be replacing my legs with bionics anyway. I mean prosthetics, my bad. Too much Rimworld, my bad. A masterwork police helmet, but 73% is way lower than 90%. So yeah, I'll be on the lookout still. Looks like we have a bust again. A mercenary plate that is masterwork. It gives you fist protection, which is interesting, but it also reduces your dodge skill effect, so I don't know how that would be useful. I want to make the min-maxed ultimate fighters, not this. Bro, I'm getting all the masterwork mercenary leather armor though. It would probably be faster to just make a mod to give him more items, so I need to reload less. So I'm just going to do that instead. Think outside the box. Alright, I think it literally took me a minute to do this. I found the vendor list immediately, so that's very good. A speedrunner mod. Basically I quadrupled the amount of items that the Armor King has in his inventory, that's all I did. I got a bit worried, but yeah, there he is. Yes, that's not really intended, but he has the... Okay, well, he has more space in his inventory at least, you know. I helped him out. I'm gonna need to change it again if I don't get what I want here. That's not really what I intended. I got excited, but it was not quite what I was hoping for. Masterwork armored hood. Let's reload again and let's fix that properly. Found the number again. Now he not only has enough space in his inventory, he also has enough items to fill the inventory. So let's see if I did it correctly. Alright, let's see if he has a lot of items now. At least significantly more. I might have increased the size of his inventory even more than I thought I was increasing it. But that is fine. Let's see here. Interestingly, this actually has some impact on your head too. Alright, a white plate jacket of masterwork quality. It literally has only a dexterity effect, and I guess a dodge effect does matter. The stealth effect is whatever, I can just mitigate that with some ninja ranks or assassin's armor or whatever else. I think this is a buy, but I can think about it a bit more. Here's a plate jacket. So let's see the difference between a plate jacket and a white plate jacket then. So the plate jacket has an extra assassination skill negative, and it has 1% less cut resistance. It has a smaller stealth malus though, but honestly, like, we're not going to be using too much stealth with this armor anyway. I'll hold on to this too for now. until I figure it out if I want to use it or not. Alright, here's something I absolutely want then. Masterwork samurai leg blades will do me quite fine. They even have a samurai cloth pants for specialist grade, which I obviously will take because that's going to be my backup armor for when I'm doing commando stuff. Dark leather shirt at masterwork quality, you cannot ask for better than this. 22% and 35% protection from ace hurt. Not to mention it gives you a fucking positive on top of everything else. So if I compare it to a rusty chain shirt, right here, so it has more blunt resistance, only 5% lower cut resistance, 3 points less of harpoon resistance, more cover, and well, you don't get all of this nasty stuff. And here's a leather turtleneck for comparison. So rather similar, just slightly higher protective values. And also, I guess 1 kilogram higher weight, but that is not very relevant. Anyway, I prefer this. So that's a second samurai helmet. So we are now wearing samurai helmet, and we don't need any other helmets, okay? So that is one piece of the puzzle completely solved. And you're going to be thinking like, why not just take the specialist grade, isn't that like good enough? But then you look at the stats and they're like, extra tankiness is almost double, especially on heavier armor like this. Like this is a very big change, you know, like this is no joke. Alright, I'll put these white plate jackets back, and I'm gonna take the samurai armor here, which was, yeah, right here, this samurai armor. I looked online and it is apparently the best one, or best option, because number one, it doesn't give you a negative dexterity effect, which actually dexterity affects your like attack speed even if you are using heavy weapons. So I want to avoid losing dexterity. It does give me the attack damage effect, which is a bit annoying, but I can ignore that for whenever I want to be like super crazy or go super crazy. I can look for a dust coat, a really high quality dust coat, and that's going to cover me. But alright, we got some more pieces of the Exodia. Save game, and let's do it again. Give me a samurai armor, give me a dust coat, that would be amazing. Oh, we do look pretty dapper, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, Armor King. He's fucking T-posing this time, okay? Okay, we got a dust coat, okay? A dust coat is probably gonna do, right? And that's a second piece of samurai armor right there, yes. Alright, triple masterwork. No, quadruple masterwork. And then a rusting blade. A horse chopper to round things out. The ultimate warrior. Alright. So we did get the dust coat, right? No, I did not. I'm an idiot. So a dust coat instead gives you a stealth positive, a dodge skill effect, then melee defense and martial arts. So martial arts and dodge does not matter to me, but what matters to me here is that it is the things about this that are important is that it gives me acid and burning protection, which means I am a bit more secure from many things basically. Yeah, the plate jacket is actually like a really decent option, but because I want to go like super late game and make absolutely broken character. Oh my god, there's more. There's more, okay. This drifter's leather jacket is getting replaced by a dust coat. With this I do full damage, and with this I am a full tank. Yeah, so I've got both of these options as a loadouts here. And now we are going to struggle to carry this, but then, you know, that's completely fine with me. And I guess some samurai cloth pants would not hurt. I think chainmail is actually also really good, so that would be an option. Here's a leather shirt that's masterwork, but yeah, once again, going for the absolute min-maxed build here. You know that a few percent might sound like nothing, but that's gonna be the difference in a lot of fights. Not to mention, if I have a better one set, it helps me with training too. And double check, I forgot everything else covered, yes I do. So save again and reload again. Yeah, dark leather shot, masterwork. So now we've got absolutely diabolical amounts of stuff. Yeah, this reduces combat speed and dexterity combined, and it only has, it does have significantly higher protection, right? But I mean, number one, a lot of higher level enemies actually use blunt weapons, so the actual armor difference is not as big as it looks when you see the larger number, the cut resistance. Whenever we are fighting someone and they have a cutting weapon, so the United Cities mostly, but also partly the Paladins and all of the like random ninjas especially, they are going to be cooked by us. Alright. It is official. We have ascended into the level of God as well. We are still kinda sucky in fighting. So, stat review. Our stats they are something. Meanwhile our armor is something else. Alright. So next up we go looking for good weapons, and we are going to do that in the Deadlands. So one skeleton to another. Because of our practice hauling drugs, we actually have the weight limit completely under control, even with the masterwork stuff. Full samurai set. So we aren't complete rich kids, we've got some things already figured out. Damn, they spotted us. I actually did not, why did you speak? I think those are definitely skeletons, yeah. Skeletons walk on the bottom instead of swimming. We look fucking cool. And I will tell you right now, in 1057 hours, I have never had such an optimized armor set. I've never done that before. I basically just made the mod to give him more items, right? First we smuggled a bunch of drugs over and over again. So at the end I was doing like 150 hashish per trip, if not more. Like buying both swamp towns empty of hashish. Also they did not notice my bounty as like... I don't think I can outrun them right now. Let's see what my running speed is. 16, yeah. We are quite slowed down. We also clank quite badly right now. We also have minus 18 attack. Plus 2 defense, hey, not too bad. Martial arts minus 17 and dodge minus 7, okay. You know, the good thing about having armor that is too heavy for you is that it does drain your strength. So, yeah, while we are running around, we are going to passively gain some strength. Especially when I buy the way too large heavy weapon for myself. We are in acid. Say no more. 80% protection. Still taking a lot of damage from it, especially on our legs, because we do not have any... Let me poke a bit more on that side. Let's go out of the depths of that. Okay, I lost that. Yeah, an iron spider. Fighting against a tech hunter, okay, interesting. And the tech hunter is indeed dressed a little like how I would like to dress. Not in real life, but in the game. You know, he's got a fragment axe in there. Even 80% protection makes you kinda chilling here. You don't really need more than this. We're kinda just chilling. And now, however, our feet, they are not so fine. But honestly, this could be a blessing and not a curse, because I could potentially replace my legs right here. Now, that's an idea. Let's see if I could execute on that idea. If they've got something good, I could replace my legs right now. Yeah, hello, hello. Show me what you've got. Masterwork, skeleton leg, not too bad. Do I want to replace my legs too? They would make me run faster and make me way more durable. These skeleton legs, or I could get KLR legs. KLR legs don't make you faster, which is kind of a negative here. They also make you a bit awkward at everything. Skeleton legs give you a negative for stealth. So what if I get scout legs? Scout legs give you still pretty good tankiness compared to a normal leg anyway. And then basically lesser negative to stealth and swimming. Looks like it's pretty hard to not get a stealth negative though. This is a stealth leg. Stealth leg gives you extra... Wait, that's a fucking pair. It gives you extra stealth by itself, and it still gives you some more athletics. I kinda want this, I'm not gonna lie. Or I could get... Well, these are two of these, so... 1, 2. 2 of those stealth legs. And I could get 2 scout legs too. However, none of these are masterwork. Let's figure that out in a moment. So instead we are going to go into the scrap house right now. Interesting how 80% protection is actually enough to not take damage. Not only did we come here, we came here in our bare feet. Now that's aura right there. But I'm kinda looking for edge type weapons or edge quality weapons. Damage versus humans is a no-go, I think. Also the Paladin's Cross does not have aura, and I'm looking for aura right here. Is edge type 1 the best you've got? Might be. Oh, they've got edge type 3. And now this is going to be like you need to grow into your clothing, you know? But I wouldn't mind having an edge type 3. Or at least edge type 2. You know what I'm gonna do? I already did it with the Armor King. As an added bonus, that's also going to update the prosthetics shop too, so it's a 2 for 1 special. And in fact I did need all of the money that I made with my traveling there. Alrighty, let's see about this. That is a blank of edge type 3. And now I do think he did a reset, but I do not think that he has what I'm looking for. Actually, I think he didn't reset, I fucked up again. Alright, that's more like it. Come on guys, what is this? Where's my weapon at? Yeah. I mean that is a whole saber at edge type 3, but that is not what I'm looking for. I mean edge type 1 would already be alright, but... I'm going for the home run, you know? Okay, I'm going to do the same pro gamer move as I did before. Alrighty, here we go. Oh, I'm loading. Oh my god. Not me doing this shit again. Ah, I'm so stupid. Alright. Yes. Hello again. That lagged when I opened his inventory. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. He also doesn't have too many of these things. He has the same amount as he normally has, so good thing. I did not ruin it, I just made it better. Same logic as I've used before, like if you made it here, like this is just cutting away like the weighting, you know? Like I'm debating on taking the blank, but at the same time the blank is just the falling sun but bad, you know? Like so, I don't know if I care about it. Here's a edge type 1 fragment axe, which means you need 100 strength. 100 to use it. No, might be even more, because blunt damage times 40. No, it's 100 straight up. Alright, here we go. A falling sun. A classic. Everyone loves a falling sun. It gives you a bonus against big things. That's pretty cool. Alright, it's type 3. I'll take that. It's type 1, well that's a bit lower, but I guess I could do it just it's type 1. I mean, I guess I'll take it. I mean, when we defeat Catalan we're gonna get a Mato grade anyway, so it's not like I care. That's cost me a shit ton though, I'm not gonna lie. So we did run out of money officially. But I think it was worth the effort, or worth the trade. I guess I could slam, or I said their name. I guess I could buy also some more legs, but let's think about that. If I do decide to lose both of my legs here, I mean I have legs for one person, not both, which would not be that ideal. I could try to steal something here and sell it back to them, or you know, stuff like that, but let's see. I might be able to steal from here, I don't know yet. If I could steal from the prosthetics shop, that would be perfect. Although yeah, you can see there's so many cars because of the squad sizes. It's gonna be hard if I want to. Yeah, something like this would be okay. It's worse than normal in terms of durability, but works just fine, just fine. Or actually, let me just get rid of one of these guys' legs, not both. Alright, Slam, you lose your legs. Damn, my feet are burning. Yeah, they literally are burning. Sucks for him, but it is what it is. I'm also testing my theory if the 80% acid protection is enough. Because I do think it is. I guess his health region is slower, but that's about all. Why is my stealth so low actually? If I do this. Alright, he's about to lose his legs. This is a big moment. Bye bye. Now he did start bleeding quite badly, but do not worry. Don't be alarmed. He's fine. Not only is he fine, he's more than fine. He's now ascended. I guess there's no reason to put this away, so it doesn't really affect my stealth skill besides for the encumbrance. 100 stealth is really cool, I'm not gonna lie. I can actually go here. Oh, I accidentally paid for this. No, that's not what I wanted. Hold on now. I'll put you on passive and have you walk out here. Not only that, yeah, this is good. I can't knock this guy out, he's a bit too good. Might be a skeleton civilian as he says, but right, I want 2 legs for that guy too. Both of us should get some legs. The arms can wait. Them is in danger. At 100 stealth, he should theoretically be fine here. I guess they are giving me pity. So here I go, worming my way out of here. But to be fair, I didn't steal from the Armor King or from the scrap house, so I stole from this guy. So masterwork here. Masterwork and standard, well, basically no downgrade whatsoever, so I'm going to accept that as a positive. Now just give it a moment until he loses his legs. Alright, he lost both. Excellent. And we have become partly skeletonized. Now we can also do that for our arms too, of course. But I'll wait for that until we get a bit later on, because I actually am benefiting from the fact that our carry weight is getting overwhelmed, because we are gonna get a lot of training from this. Hold on, where did my weapon go? Wait a second, where did my other... Did I... Troll? What have I done? Where's my other falling sun? Wait. Okay, just forget whatever I was doing. Pick him up and let's get out of here. Let's not lose any legs, fuck it. Wait, what? No, they don't have it, I think. Ah, how odd. Well, anyway, we've got one extremely good falling sun. Okay, just because you've got acid protection, it doesn't mean that you need to swim through it. Okay, I do think he's taking a very moderate amount of damage from the rain too. Very low damage, but some damage, you know. And you know what? I could also try to nick some limbs from over here. So we are full on stealing now. I don't really want to steal from the skeleton prosthetic guy because he's got so many guards there. And I might just want to go there to buy something, which is going to be easier. So I'm just going to instead steal from a random robotics shop and look to get something good that way. It might be because I was reloading to refresh the inventory. But surely not. Or maybe I accidentally sold it, that's actually possible. Oh well, we can get another one, it was only edge type one. We can easily get the money to buy that. 100 stealth works for this. I'm actually able to try and knock that guy out, let's see if that's possible. Not really. Get out of there, get out of there. A 100 stealth, baby. Damn, this is taking a long time to open. But yeah, this is good training for lockpicking at least. Someone's already attacking too. Not going to take for too long though. Right, we got it opened. Ooh, now, don't mind if I do. Oh, managed to steal both of those actually. Not bad. He's got decent stealing chance because, you know, he's practiced this. If I go a bit further away... Okay, it doesn't change my stealing chance, I guess. Well, I can try that. Yeah, it doesn't. Just my thievery skill changes that. Hey, I see what you're doing. Cool story, bro, cool story. Oh, I am not able to get into that. How interesting. I straight up cannot enter this safe. Level 75. It's too complex for me. Well, at the positive note is we did get some more stuff stolen here. So let's go take off his legs too. It is day 20 and we are already in the process of making the ultimate machines. Oh, we are also starving. We need to buy some food. Or steal some food at this point. We do have 100 stealth. My feet. I need shoes. I don't know how much longer I can take this. Me neither, but I do know that you can take it after you have this, so get ready, there is a fight. Bro, why are the bulls fighting the spiders? What's going on? The bulls won, so yeah, these wild bulls are kinda goated like that. Even though these are only adults, and their stats aren't that high. Out of all of the animals you can get, I'm pretty sure the bulls are the strongest. You know, normally. Of course you could also get the crabs. I guess the crabs are also pretty good. But the crabs are really slow, which is kinda holding them back. a bull of like elder level, and it can be so strong. So don't sleep on the animals, because they can actually gain levels too. And alright, we lost our legs right there. Congratulations everyone, we have gotten to the phase where we've got both of these. And you know, if not for the fact that we are missing one heavy weapon, I would go also fighting, but let's skip that then. I instead over here and get myself a heavy weapon. We are getting chased by starving bandits, and in fact we are faster. Personally, if I was a starving bandit, I would kinda give up on the attack I'm trying to do right now. But whatever, maybe they've got a lot of confidence. I don't want to fight right now because I only have one weapon. Oh well, whatever. Bam, test out your weapon. Also, let's see how long you can tank. It should be a very long time. Slam. How did you hit your arm hit like that? Imagine if he lost an arm now. That would be quite hilarious. I guess he's practicing his dodging abilities. So yeah, Vam is basically incapable of getting attacks off, but that is completely fine here. He's gonna get to the point of being able to do it. Oh, he got a hit off. Two of them. He's doing 40 damage with his edge type weapon. Edge type 3 weapon. Not too high. Slam is also still up. His left arm is at -79. What the hell is going on with that? Bro, he almost lost his arm. That is crazy. I mean, I could probably make him lose that. Alright. We got horrendously beaten up. But in the process, Vam, he took forever to go down, and he does not have any toughness, bro. Not bad, bro, not bad. Oh, fine. Let's go to the way station to heal. Damn this dog. $43 damage after such a low swing, or a slow swing. That is pathetic. Okay, we did get downed immediately. Like, you can see the power of the armor, like we just get right back up. I mean, I will say, something I guess we have to deal with now is that our robotic legs are, going to wear out. So we need to handle that now. But, that's not too hard to deal with, and they do heal way faster than fleshy parts, so... And if it turns into such a problem, we can get a second pair of them as backups. I'm just wondering where my other falling sun went. But oh well, I can buy a lower quality one at the store. It's actually going to make my character stronger than the one I have here. Because their lack of strength is holding them back from using it properly. Oh yes. I have constructed the ultimate potential man. Salam also got up to 32 dodge from basically that one thing, because his dodge skill is nerfed so badly by this armor. It means that even though he's got like 30 dodge, it shows it as if he has 0, which means that he gains levels in it really fast. On the road again. We are going to drop by Squin real quick to get a second heavy weapon for us. Almost any heavy weapon would do right now. And I guess I can compare the performance of like a lower quality heavy weapon to the, edge type 3 one. Because I'm pretty sure with the like strength requirement, making them really unusable if you're bad at using them. If you're not strong enough. I think the lower quality heavy weapon is actually going to make them do more damage, not less. I am now going to actually stay in the border zone as well, because well, I got the ultimate gear already, well, at least when it comes to armor, and I guess 50% of our legs, but you know, legs are not that important. The prosthetics can come later on. I'm not going to boost my combat power with prosthetics yet. I'm going to take it raw for now. I want to see how strong they can be with just ultimate armor and, you know, a weapon, right? The ultimate armor is the first step, and if they hit a plateau where I'm unable to train them anymore, maybe like 80 strength, I don't know. Like when they get really high up, then I'm going to lob off their limbs and replace them with prosthetics too. Because I do want to keep it interesting and I want to enjoy the grind. I just edit this part so we can get to this point. Oh yeah, that's right, I imported so this guy. These things spawned again. Right, show me the weapons store. What's this? A flat skin that fights? Yes, indeed. We do not only fight, we also fight with the ultimate weapons. I got it twice. I guess both of us went to open that inventory. There's just one. This fragment actually is quite expensive actually, by the way. I'm not gonna lie. About the lower quality one, I guess it has to be like something kinda shitty. Not a rusting plate though, not this bad. Okay, that's a refitter's plate, that's gonna do. So, let's just buy that. I don't know where my original one went, but oh well, whatever, does not matter. We got this one. We can easily do more drug runs and get a decent second weapon. So, now that I've made you watch all of this, although I will be skipping a lot of that because, you know, I need to do my editing magic. Let's do something where we use these weapons then. Today we eat. Cut them. Take every last bit of food from their bodies. Sounds like cannibalism. So let's see if we can beat these. Oh goddammit, this wandering assassin is ruining my moment. But let's see if we can beat these guys. Yeah, indeed. Slam is performing way better in combat and he does almost the same damage anyway. Because they don't have any skills with melee or heavy weapons, you can see. Skill is 1. Looks like he only gains when he hits them, not when he's blocking. I mean, honestly, they might die of starvation before they beat us, that's a way we could win. Or more realistically, this wandering assassin over here, which is our ally. This guy might just beat them for us. This is quite hilarious. And Slam is indeed performing way better, look at that. Even though his weapon does like half damage if they were trained, actually less than half, like 1/3 of the damage. Even though it's like so much CPR, it's fine because at least he can hit. Looks like Vam does 52 damage or something like that. Slam does 31, but he hits twice as much, so he does more damage. And our turtle strategy has been a success because we just won. We just won the fight. And now, that was not a proper, you know, 2 versus the entire squad. So I do want to do that again, not gonna lie. I also need to buy medicine, let's not forget that. Alright, so what I want to buy is 1 advanced first aid kit and 2 sleeping bags, that's about all, thank you. We are now completely out of money. The 350,000 cats we made selling drugs is all wasted. Well, not wasted, but spent. Okay, when he's not injured or encumbered, he's actually... I can hit a 90 stealth, something like that, even with this samurai armor. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I was trolling. Now that's better. And yeah, now it's impossible. Now it's impossible, okay. Yeah, Slam's right leg is actually damaged because I accidentally had him wear crappy armor on his legs. So it actually, well, not crappy, but less protective armor, so they were a weak point. Okay, we have a squad of escaped servants. 5 of them. This is going to be the last challenge of the video. Can our 2 Nepo babies beat 5 of these guys? Can they do it? 54 damage now. He's already scaling his damage. Okay, we are not... We're kinda lumping up, that's not the idea. Now the thing is, these guys are... like, they are not quite better than me at fighting anymore. But they are not complete pushovers, so that's going to affect things. The benefit we have is that, we are fucking tanky now. 5 minus 14 damage, this is blunt damage too, so this is like the worst case scenario. Of, fighting. Ha ha ha. Slam is quite hurt in his left arm. But realistically, most of the time our stomachs are going to be the point that fails us the first, because our stomach coverage is not 100%. Okay, that woman went down. Yeah, because of a leg trauma. And yeah, once again, even though these guys aren't bad people, I don't really care because we are not good people. It does look like we can win. Even though we were really sucky at fighting just a few days ago, just because of the fact that we are Nepo babies. The power of good armor. That 5 minus 17, minus 14, we would be taking 90 damage from these guys, otherwise. And we only go down for a moment too, because we are so tanky. Ah, okay. Another one down. It's 2 versus 1. Can't beat us. When we get trained up, it's going to look more like 17,000 damage. If we had more strength and more skill with heavy weapons, which already went up to 10, but that was the first level, so it's kinda nothing. If we had more skill with those two, we could actually get to 200 damage. So, as we heal up here, I'm going to leave it here. This is the duo. The cuddly duo. Only episode 3, I'm pretty sure. So I've made a plan that made us get good armor early on and good practice early on. Using the money we get. Like we did get jumped here. But these guys don't have medkits, so they were fools to come back to us. show them pain and make them suffer. If you enjoyed the video, then leave a like, subscribe, follow the channel, comment about how much you enjoy the series, what you want me to do with these characters, Wham and Slam. What exactly should they be doing? Thanks for watching and see you next time.